The Object 268 version 4 is a Russian Tier 10 collector tank destroyer, and by many people it is considered an overpowered pay-to-win tank. Well, in today's video we're going to be putting that to the test by comparing it statistically and armor-wise, plus some gameplay, to the T110E3, an American Tier 10 tech tree tank destroyer. So let's break into the differences between these two tanks. And there's very big differences, mind you not, because the E3 actually carries a tank destroyer gun. 268 version 4, I would not say so. So let's take a look. 2,960 DPM for the E3, okay, and 2,926 for the V4, so very similar DPM, but this is where it does become very different. The penetration is 10% higher with your standard ammo on the E3. I'm sitting at 310 millimeters of standard pen in the E3 with Callion, and I'm sitting at 278 with Callion with the V4. That's a very, very big difference, and it gets even bigger with the premium pen. 363 with heat on the V4, and it is, what is it, like 394 with Cali on APCR, which has shell normalization, which means you probably got over 400 effective. Yeah, the E3's pen is just ridiculous. It's way better. It's not even close. So that's a big old point for the E3 when it comes to the gun. Now, you do have a bit less alpha, about 8% less. Instead of having 690, you sit at 640. But as we said, the DPM is the same, so it doesn't really make a big difference overall, especially when you take a look at the fact that, oh yeah, the V4's got way worse dispersion, 0.408, 20% worse over the 0.326 that the T110E3 carries. Aiming time is actually the same, but I actually find the aiming time really good on the V4, so that's just a pretty big benefit for the T110E3. When it comes to on-movement dispersion, also very similar, only 0.1 difference. Here's a big difference though. Gun depression, 8 degrees on the T110E3, only 5 degrees on the V4. Ooh, that's a very big difference there that will very much affect how you try to work ridge lines and any real haul down position you can actually use in this tank you can't in the V4. Now, there is a big difference when it comes to reverse speed. This tank goes reverse at 10. The V4 goes reverse at 20, but there is a saving grace. The T110E3 does have speed boost, which means that you can get up to 20 in reverse as long as you time your speed boost correctly. So while the E3 is very slow, all these statistics for its power to weight and everything are a little bit off because you can actually use the E3's super speed boost to get into position and out at least 2 or 3 or 4 times in a battle, and that will affect greatly how you can use this tank in the game. When it comes to the camouflage as well, look at the V4's camo, 3% and 1%. The E3, 16% and 10%. That's miles better. You can actually sit behind bushes in the E3, not be detected, or you will be in the V4. So there's a lot of differences between these vehicles, but the final one I want to talk about is the armor profile, because this is a big one. The V4 frontally, with an E3 aiming standard ammo, cannot be penned. The lower plate is 310 thick, superstructures are 317. It's a pretty strong vehicle, but as soon as you load premium, everything becomes butter. 318, most vehicles can pen that with heat, to be honest, and 329 as well. It's pretty strong, don't get me wrong, it's ridiculously strong, but if you angle this tank even slightly to the side, yeah, that's only 300 thick. Let's compare that to the T110E3. Look at this tank, it's just a big red box. Even loading Cali and heat, if you use this tank hull down, yeah, it's quite hard to penetrate. The entire superstructure is upwards of 450. You can't pen it. The hatch is upwards of 390 on the upper part. You can pen this lower part here, but let's be real. If you try to put that as a weak spot, let's look at this hatch here. That's only 140 thick. Yeah, and it's about the same size. So yeah, there are a lot of similarities between the weak spots on these tanks, but this tank just has more gun depression. You do got weak spots here, but those are about 330 thick, so, you know, overall, the 268 version 4, it's strong, don't get me wrong. It is very, very strong on its frontal armor, but the E3 hull down is very strong as well. But I will say the lower plate on the E3 is quite weak, only about 214 to 20 thick. It can be troll at certain times, but it's definitely a bit weaker compared to the 268 version 4 that just has that ridiculous frontal plate. So finally, let's get into some gameplay and see what the E3 can do. While we are waiting in queue, there's one other thing I forgot to mention. The Object 268 version 4 deals 800 average damage with its high explosive ammunition and has 57 millimeters of pen or something around there. And the E3 has 99 millimeters of high explosive pen and deals 960 damage per shot. Now, that increased alpha and penetration is a massive advantage for a lot of situations. First of all, if there's a 200 health health opponent in front of you, you can very easily shoot HE at them with an E3 and finish them off without a worry in your mind. Can't really do that with a V4. You got to be a little worried that it might not kill them. As well, you can just penetrate more things with this tank a lot easier. So the side of a 57 heavy, you can HE in this tank. Possibly. They did buff the side armor. You can't ever do that in a V4. So there's just so many advantages for an E3's gun. It's not even funny. Now, what is our team doing? What is their team doing? I'm going to be pushing my tank. I want to go towards the hull down spot at B, but with this team, oh boy, this doesn't look very, this doesn't look promising. This does not look promising at all. I'm gonna get overlooking base B from this bush over here, because at least in this situation, with my entire team going this way, I don't get left behind. So that's my decision right now. Their team doesn't have a lot of mobility, which really makes me sad though, because we could have very easily won the medium side. Our T110E3 is yaboloing in. Can't imagine that's going to go very well. Yep, there you go. He's lost 1,200 hit points. Don't you love light tanks? It's great how one player can dictate your entire battle on all of your spotting, run a tier 10 tank, and throw his tank away within a matter of, what was it? Oh, a minute. Congrats. I'm so happy. Oh, there's a 57 heavy. Let's not get penned by him. Nice. Got a bounce, and oof, a big ol' slap into his vehicle as well. And with that, the 57 heavy only has one more shell left, which means I can just drive right out into the open. And yeah, if I can clear this guy, at least I will fix the detriment that my T100LT gave me. And a boop. There you go. Nice shot into the 57 heavy. This is where the E3 gun just feels so nice, is the fact that you can actually just dump into opponents without worrying about your reload. 54, what are you doing? Oh my god, these teammates. Oof, okay. Let's get a shell into the object, 704, here we go, and fire. Nice tap for 685. We do have the 268 pushing on my rear, and if I'm going to make the decision right now, I'm going to push up, and let's deal with this 704. Hopefully my team should be able to deal with this AMX-50B, so let's get another tap into you, and oh boy. Oh boy, this may have been a mistake on my part. Yes, it definitely was. I was hoping that my team would clear this guy, but I guess not. Well, it's all good, because I don't think he's going to pen me. Yeah, so we're fine anyway. Let's finish off the 268. And is my team going to finish off him? Yes, there you go. Okay, so a weird battle. A very weird battle at that. I don't know what to say happened in this game, but we did do our job, and we did a pretty decent chunk of damage at it. So let's aim in on this guy. Nice shot right into his hatch. Oh boy, that was just a really nice shot there. And with that, there you go, over 3,000 damage. We come out with a victory. And this showcases a kind of battle where you can just get away with pushing, just like how you drive in a V4. I just drove into their team. That's all I did, is I drove in front of the 704, I drove in front of the 57 heavy, and we were able to do our job. Now, we didn't block much. We only blocked 740, but it still definitely stands the point that we did our job, we penetrated our shells, and there you go, top on the team. So let's do one more battle and see if we can keep it up. I really want to do a nice HE here or there. I had a couple battles before recording today and testing where I got a big old juicy HE into the side of a Hori. Oof, 960 damage. Just feels so nice. We are in our second battle, Normandy, a very hull-down centered map. That map we were on, it's sometimes hull-down. If you go towards B, where I wanted to, it's a very hull-down map. But Normandy is just a hull-down map in general. The entire map is just a hill. So let's see where the team is going to go. I'm going to put on my super speed boost. As before, super speed boost is just amazing to get aggressively in the position. We're already going over 30 kilometers per hour, and for a tank this heavy, it's pretty good on that. So here we go, 37, 40, 41, not bad. All right. Looks like the team is going the way I want them to. Normally teams like to go up top towards C, and I really just don't love that position. This spot here is really solid. So we got the 50 TP prototype up in the front line, and I mean this guy, he just actually, I'm going to shoot this 70, oh, never mind, I lied. My 50 TP is going to drive in front of me and block me is what's going to happen. All right, let's try this again. There you go, nice shot right into the 704 for 600, and I'm going to try and not be blocked by my teammates, but it looks like that's impossible today. Alright, 5 more seconds left on the reload. We got the 704. I kind of want to shoot the 50 TP, though, because I feel like that's going to be a bigger threat. Yeah, I mean, their 704 is already dead. So this is a position where we can just sit hull down, and look at that. That 121 aimed at us said, nah, I'm not going to deal with that, and look somewhere else. So we know that the Leopard is probably going to poke through that bush right there. We also got the 50 TP prototype. I want to push on the 50 TP, though. I'm trying to think of just what... I'm going for it. Screw it. Speed. Speed is key. I want to clear this 50 TP proto. I feel like that's quite an important thing. So there you go. There's one nice shell in, and hopefully my team will support me, being this Leopard 1. Please clear him. Nice. Okay. Leopard 1 did end up clearing the enemy opponent. Now we got the IS-7 and the Sheridan off to the front. So let's aim in a shell into the Sheridan. Oh, rip. Just missed the moment we fired. But that's all good, because this is where that great reverse speed comes into play. As you can see, I saved my super speed boost, so now we're reversing at 20 kilometers per hour, and I should be able to help out the rest of the team over here with what is the IS-7 and the 121B. All right, let's get right into the front line. Here we are. There's the IS-7. Aiming. Oop. Oh, okay. Well, unfortunately, my teammate kind of just blocked me there, and he's still blocking me. Man, this 50 TP is really good at blocking teammates. I gotta be real. Like, fantastic at it. All right, I'm gonna drive over here. There's a bounce. Okay. I hate the IS-7. All right, well, there's a nice bounce at least, so we're doing good, and let's continue pushing up. Oh, boy. All right, well, at least I can't have a teammate block me anymore in this situation. Let's go for a tracking shot. Oh, we missed it by a teeny bit. That was just my bad aim, though. It's all good, though, because we reload again. We should be able to get another nice tap into this guy. I do want to get away from that Sheridan, because that's going to be a pretty beefy tap if he is able to hit me. Yeah, there you go. 540 into my tank. But as long as M103 does exactly that, shell connects, and look at that. We're doing pretty good so far. Sheridan off to the side. I don't want to be hit by him, and as well, I don't even know if the Sheridan's going to be able to pen me in this situation here. Let's aim in on him. Rip. I wanted to hit him, but again, teammates driving in front of us. Alright, well, let's see. We got the 121B and the Leopard PTA left. And apart from that, oh boy, never mind. The Sheridan is going to drive towards me. Alright, well, you're not going to enjoy this very much, my dude. There you go. Yeah, teammates, or not teammates, but people can be annoying sometimes. I mean, we were able to do a pretty decent job in this battle, even with this situation. All I'm going to do here is I'm going to drive into this wall, and that's going to stop this Leopard from really trying to flank us here. Actually, you know what? No, he might still be able to get behind us. Unfortunate for us. Oh, there you go. That's exactly what I wanted, and a boom! That's the HE working for you. 874. Alright, this battle was kind of irritating for the moments that teammates drove in front of me, but we were still able to deal 4,700 damage. We didn't block much, but that's because we didn't get shot at much. Hull down, we were virtually impenetrable on that hill, and it was only until we drove out of cover that we were really exposed. And actually, on traverse speed, anybody that tries to argue this tank's slow and cumbersome, the traverse speed on this tank is, where is it? 29.72. And the traverse speed on the 268 version 4 is 32. It's 2 degrees more a second. It would not have helped me out there. The reverse speed definitely would have. But yeah, the fact that the E3 just turns about the same showcases that if you drive either of these tanks out in the open, both of them are very slow. So hopefully you enjoyed today's video. I just wanted to make this to showcase that the E3 holds a very good stand. And I mean, it's not just that battle. You can see I played 4 battles in total, only lost 1 of them. And even the battle that I lost, I did over 3,000 damage. Actually, I played 5 battles. We won this one, did 3,300, and the first battle I played, 3,362, and this battle over here, 5,100. I mean, it just shows you how good the E3 is. But hopefully you enjoyed today's video, and if you'd like to see more like it, please consider smashing that subscribe button down below. Bye-bye!